I got into design because it's in my nature. It was what I was meant to do. For example, the apartment that we're viewing today, every element that's been placed in the apartment has been thought about, and the idea behind it was that it would be kept clean and sleek. I think that in today's world, keeping it a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher, you can still achieve that high-end, very glamorous look without adding in a lot of junk into your space.
You made my dream, my magical apartment come true.
When people come and visit us, the minute you start out at the door and they walk in, it's, oh my God.
Yeah.
So it could have been two things. Oh my God, it looks terrible, or oh my God, it's fantastic.
Well, I remember meeting two of you right off the bat. Anne-Marie brought me upstairs and I was in my construction clothes because I was working another site. And you literally asked me on the spot what you wanted to do. And Stan's looking at this furniture that was brand new built in the unit and I'm like, no. But he's asking me my honest opinion and I remember going, this is awful. And it was pretty bad, so
Yeah,
we ended up taking it out.
You didn't agree with me.
Well, it would have saved a lot of money if we would have kept it, right? So one thing I run into all the time as a designer is dealing with the budget. Everybody wants the best, but not everybody can afford the best. And even if you do have a lot of money, you don't want to spend it all. So as a designer, it's my job to give you the best look, the best design, and for the least amount of money that I can possibly do it for. We had that wall that was up in the front in the corner by the bar, so we got rid of that. It looks really good now. The bar looks great. It has some style to it. You picked out the onyx, which we love. It's great.
You know, Stephen, one of the most beautiful parts of the apartment is this bar.
It's a gorgeous bar.
It is beautiful. When people come in, they just say, wow.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Well, it's the onyx that really makes the bar. It's a really beautiful stone. It has so much texture and life to it because it's a natural stone. It has all the graining and all the veining, which you can't reproduce in any manner. That adds a lot of softness, a lot of elegance to the space. It took a lot of convincing to get you to agree to this, though.
I know it did.
Yes.
I didn't know what you meant by rope lighting or having it lit from down below to up above, but you did it.
But it turned out really, really well. So I even had to bring in a reference of a famous designer called Philippe Starck that,
I remember.
and that sold you on it. You know, looking at B&B Italia in the catalog or online means that you can actually live like that and you can afford it. This was really pricey. It's literally the most expensive onyx that we could pick, but it was because it was so pure and so clean that we had to have it for your image in this place. But yeah, the rest of it it's just MDF and paint. So it's a very basic, very simple concept, which did not cost a lot of money put together. But when you throw in the onyx on top of it, suddenly it looks very high end, but actually it didn't cost a lot of money. I often deal with very high-end projects. Those places I can go crazy and give them that very high-end look very easily. And sometimes I have clients who don't have a lot of money and don't want to spend a lot of money on their job. Those people, I can actually give them that really high-end, sleek look that they see in magazines by just picking right colors and right shapes and right forms and coming up with the right way that they interact together. So a little designer secret, and something I use all the time when I'm doing renovations in condos and picking paint colors, is that I actually tone my paints down or tint them. So I pick one color, and then by adjusting how much white is in the paint, I create a variation of the same color. That way I'm getting a great contrast between my surfaces that I'm using. So one of the ways that you can achieve that high-end luxurious look on a smaller budget is by doing some of the work yourself. And especially a job like this where I've used so many variations of white, that does cost a lot of money to bring a painter in to do it because he's got to tape, he's got to cut into everything. But you as a homeowner, it's just time. They have a very glamorous, very high-end sort of a B&B Italia look, but they didn't spend that money on it. And that's a huge part of my job, is to bring people out of their shell, let them know what they can have, and give them a beautiful space.
The fun part was hanging out with you for a few months.
And going shopping on a regular basis.
Yeah, that was a lot
it was
of fun.
great.
Yeah.
So for you as a homeowner, it's very possible to achieve these very luxurious looks, or European looks as we call them, sort of B&B Italia stuff, on your budgets. Some of the work you can actually do on your own. You don't necessarily need to bring in a professional to do painting or some of the minor renovation stuff that needs to be done in the project. I wouldn't suggest that you go in and start smashing your walls down without discussing it with somebody, but there's a lot of little things that you can do on your own, and maybe when you consult with a designer or a contractor, they can give you some suggestions on the things that you can do without causing any damage to your home or to the project or the design itself. So welcome to my newest adventure. This is where it all begins. We walk into a place like this where it hasn't been touched in 20 years. Anyways, it's a dump. So literally I have to go in here and rip everything out. It's all been old residential construction, so we have tons of walls, everything's been blocked off. We have a kitchen over this way, and nothing is open. The view is totally wasted by all these walls and closed up space, as well as the fact that everything's in horrible condition, like looking at the carpet and everything like that. It's terrible. All the window mullions here will have to get painted out because right now they're pink, and I don't know when metal looked pink, so it's going back to its original color, which will be gray. All these walls are going to come out because I want to open everything up. So the kitchen's going to be huge. I'm probably going to get rid of one of these two spaces because right now I have a dining room and two nooks and a massive kitchen and a lot of wasted space. And of course the kitchen, even though it's original poke and pole, it's really dated, so all of this has to come out. All the appliances, cabinets, everything, floor. Obviously, like looking at this, wow. Like this is supposed to be a $5 million condo and we have that in our condo. Now the reason why this place is so spectacular is the view. It has a 360-degree view of downtown Vancouver, Cole Harbour. It just doesn't get better than this. An amazing view and then wasted on this apartment. So if we move back through here, more hallways, terrible closet doors, laundry room, all kinds of wasted space. This would be stereotypical of all old residential design, and they just chucked it into a condo. So at the entrance, I think this is the biggest crime of the whole place. You walk in to this nice entrance and you have a huge wall which blocks off, if you look out, again, the most amazing view. And it's all wasted because there's walls everywhere. You come into the bathroom. Here we have a tub sitting in the middle of the room. I think if you were sitting in a tub enjoying this space, you would probably want to be seeing the view. Instead, we have a mirror that's blocking the view and a countertop in the window. So all this is going to get switched around.